If you tried our Autodesk Assistant tech preview last month and walked away thinking, this isn't quite ready for me yet, I get it. And I want to ask you to give it another look today, because what we're shipping in this release is genuinely amazing. I'm not here to tell you that AI is the answer to everything. I'm here to show you the 2 specific new things that are truly awesome. Let's talk about what's different and what changes we made based on your feedback. Up until now, Autodesk Assistant could only take action in Fusion where we had a specific built, dedicated tool for it. That meant coverage was limited, and honestly, if you ran into something it couldn't do, it could feel more like a wall than a workflow. Starting with this release, the Assistant can now write and execute scripts against the Fusion API directly. What that means in practice? Instead of being limited to a fixed menu of things it knows how to do, Assistant can now act on almost anything in Fusion that has API coverage, and that's a significant expansion. Here's what it looks like in practice. I've got this cabinet design open. It has one existing configuration with size parameters and a few finish themes already set up. I'm going to ask Assistant to do something that would be painful to do by hand, and that's create 9 new size variants of this cabinet, scale the shelf counts sensibly across those sizes, and then generate 6 finished combinations for all 10 sizes, giving me 60 configurations total. I just typed that out in plain language. The Assistant reads the existing parameters to understand the structure, it plans out the logic, writes a script against the Fusion API, and then executes it. A couple of executions later, and here we have 60 configurations, properly named, correct dimensions, with the right shelf counts, and finishes applied all across the board. That would have been a pretty long afternoon of manual table work, or a scripting session if you know the API well enough. But here it is in a conversation. Now, let's be honest about a few things here. First, this works best where Fusion already has API coverage. If you're trying to work in an area where the API doesn't reach yet, the Assistant will hit that limit. We're not going to pretend otherwise. API gaps are real, and they matter more now, not less, because now those gaps are what actually defines the boundaries of what the Assistant can do. Second, you might notice that the way Assistant works under the hood looks a little different now. There's fewer individual tool calls listed, and more script-based execution calls. That's intentional. Testing kind of showed that the scripting approach handles most tasks better, but we're still redefining that balance the best we can. And third, if you want to keep what the Assistant builds, ask for it explicitly. Tell the Assistant you want the code, or that you want an add-in you can reuse. By default, the script runs, and then it clears. That's the design for most workflows, but if you're building something you want to keep, just say so. The second thing we're shipping this release is AI image generation. Right inside Autodesk Assistant, powered through a Microsoft partnership. So you've got geometry that you're proud of, but you need a visual for a review or a stakeholder deck or a quick conversation, and suddenly you're exporting files, building environments, and waiting on a render. That overhead adds up, and it means the feedback loop on what does this actually look like takes way longer than it should. Let's just ask Fusion instead. Let's generate an image of this model in this orientation, attach the selected face to an excavator arm, and show it crushing up rocks. It then uses the geometry from my active Fusion model as the source. It essentially creates a screenshot of that model and sends it to the image rendering. While that's generating, we know that there are certain aspects of rendering in Fusion that are just impossible. Environments, lighting, effects, they should all be accessible at your fingertips and limited only by your imagination instead of by Fusion. That never gets old. If the first result isn't quite right, don't just start over. Iterate, just like we do when we're designing. Let's keep the same angle, but make it in a smoky rock quarry of marble. Now while this one's generating, I want to make a note right from the beginning. You get 20 image generations per month for commercial users. You can definitely get additional capacity, and that's available through Flex tokens. And here it is. I've changed the scene slightly. I've made it much more smoky, and I've made the stones marble. So just to wrap this video up, the short takeaway here is if it's in the API, there's a good chance the assistant can now do it. And that's a lot of ground. But honestly, the more interesting shift isn't just coverage, it's flexibility. When the assistant hits a problem now, it has options. It can find alternate routes. It can construct solutions that didn't exist as pre-built tools. Hopefully, you're starting to see what it looks like when an AI assistant can actually reason about how to get something done, not just whether it has a specific function. We're working actively on that balance between script-based execution and more direct programmatic approaches. And we're not done. This release is a leap forward to having the assistant that adapts to you. There's links in the description. Thanks for watching.